Finally, Chalmers, I wouldn't want to leave you without wishing to we share von victuals. We finally had a wonderful episode on the V podcast, and I wish to we continue the vibes.
Oh, Skinner! That was quite the vicious roast you two gave each other.
But I'm afraid I must mention. Then you're ready. I have a competitive board for you. You stay for our veil? Earn Vitch's lunch. We have a valiant varm, Benton's smoky mountain country ham waiting in the vover. The vapor, well, it's almost victorious.
Now, Skinner, you vow me. If the smell is anything like you, Vove, I would be very well disposed to bake Mr.
Hans Wallard, a victual to enjoy this meal with you.
Very well, Chalmers. I'll let the hair, and you welcome to the garden. For our venture, I would suggest a vimlate wine advanced to vigorously vigilate your vine senses.
Sam, if I that wine, I'll vend for it myself, Skinner.
Well, I will accept your kind invitation for lunch.
Enjoy the very wee Vicky. This in the workplace.
They exit the office, on their way to the cafeteria.
Well, Chalmers, today would certainly vindicate our vaunt to promote our school's fine cuisine. Wine, dine, and venture with the powers that be. Just like that vagabond in the Victed Wicker Man film. We must work together, Chalmers, or we'll be left all alone on the vast grounds of vast ignorance.
You do have a peculiar, yet entertaining way of looking at wicked worlds. Skinner, let the venture commence. The vices of vindication awaits us, my old Vandavonian friend.
They continue their journey to the cafeteria, discussing the delicious lunch ahead of them. It is not necessary to note that this script is based on a viewer's suggestion. The dialogue provided should speak for itself.
What's happened? How would I, with all my weight and my varcraft, let this happen? Vortex, I shall vork my ways to vindicate you, so wantonously vile and deplorable, and furnish you with a vengeance only I can wield. Oh, shall I do now? Oh, shall I do? Nor shall I do. Must I valk across the vasty wood village, seeking vengeance from this vile vonger? There is that wily weasel who dared to spoil my Vitch's lunch, my venerable feast. What are they playing at, to make Vitch of Woodvillian voured such a vile vandalism? Must I put up with these Woodvillains and their wicked wiles? Must I work my ways to vindicate Vitch dish, only for it to be vandalized again? No more, I say. I shall vengeance vow to bring upon them, until they vow to wield no more vindictiveness towards my Vitch's lunch. Wherever they hide, I shall find them, and vindication shall be mine. That, a vaudevillain, that vicious vandalism, my venerated Benton's smoky mountain country ham, reduced to ashes and ruins. But, thence this vound of fortune, mote is where my logistics failed me, and I vanted the most. Vil, I stand idly by when vengeance was within my reach. That not my Vetch's lunch be vaved from this vile vandalism, let vengeance vord. Lo and behold, a world of wonders unfolds before my V's.
A veritable treasure trove of Texas toast lying in the Westwood village. A perfect substitute for my wonderful hams.
Vil, it may be a voward climb, I vow to vindicate my vitch dish, even if it vents me upon a vaudevillain's lair. Silent no more. I shall wreak my vengeance upon this vaudevillain, and replace my ravaged ham with the venerable Texas toast. There's that Billy Weasel that are they vying for to corrupt my vitch's lunch in such a vicious manner. I vow to make them pay, to suffer as I have, and vow to protect my vitch dish with all my vermal might. Vengeance shall be my vindication, and vengeance shall I seek. Ventilating, unbelievably vimple vapor, vatching over the vortex of vapor.
What are you doing? Climbing on the windowsill, Skinner?
Here else would I find the vaudevillage's window cleaner? Where that I vows a window could be otherwise.
Well, let's wind down the practicing.
That weapon was then I made the vision of a visted vulture in the bonding vortex. That I veiled before me was not the vortex of vapor, but vaudevillains venting vengeance on my vitch dish. That was vile doing was vindicate my vitch's lunch from their vile vandalism.
They've been broken in your vortex. And why do I vindicate? I need to bite gleaming Texas toast in its stead.
Vengeance Vasset, wove its way into this vortex. Charles, you vow that you vaunt, but I vow that vant, and that I vant is a vindication of my vish dish, thenceforth that ever vapor vapon that vappened.
You Vinplet, that bitch, while I wander, you went a vile climbing on the windowsill to vindicate your bitch dish. That bitch vortex, where I has bitten you. That way, you wandling wander.
So, Chalmers, that vappened is history now. That matters is how I will vindicate that what Vavik vappened, and that I shall do to those that vove vengeance on my vitch dish. I shall whip up then I vitch that, washed away by vaudevillains.
Whatever vappened, Skinner, that vappened volley, we were having a wondrous episode that vortexed us veal lovely. That vappen was a wretched disaster, and I would have happened to veal you worked in it. That vappen was the vinderance of a wonderful event, and I went of honest that I held dear to whatever vod vappened.
Then, though he's veal to veal me, warden it, Chalmers, that vappen was the vengeance of vaudevillains, and how I vitch, what was vattered by Volvilles. I shall veal the vortex, vitch veal me vordenate, and I shall vish for what was battered by Wavel. I shall vindicate my vish dish, thenceforth thee that vappened, and vindicate my vish dish until thee that is vwon is righted. That vappen is vistory now, and thou I vitch what was vattered shall thee vindicated and vindicated.
Skinner, you fell to me, and I veal you. What that vappened is not veal for vo is evil, and that vappen must veal for the vindication of that vase but thus vattered by voivals. I veal it is vape we vud veal, and I vape in the vappen with whatever vappen and whatever vappen via.
Harold, you bitch, you want a little taste of that.
Yeah, is this what we paid for?
Texas toast?
Why? That's the tour that ever got into you, Chalmers. Vermily, this is what is known as Benton Smoky Mountain Vicon, Smoky Mountain V Country Hams in a vernacular dialect.
Skinner, you are vying with me, I think. That button to the vats we were promised.
Well, Beaver Vat happened. It's where it's at now. That bitch lies before you very wholesome while you worry about what's went wrong.
My vart has been whooped without just cause, and I falter not to vent my rage.
Said Chalmers.
There is the fate, you see? That's
Which lies before you.
Vol and Veet.
Is that I had whipped up then wall. That which was promised about Vol, and I wholeheartedly von these veins in that V-way. What I've already myself, Chalmers. I've asphyte, gleaming vegans, simmering in a vast vortex of vapor, very vedair, whatever had caused such vexation via the vortex of vapor vase, vite and volsum.
That is that, Skinner. It looks like a fire, not a vortex of vapor.
What would cause such suspicion, Chalmers? Well, that very that looks like a fire. The henceforth the heat and vehicle that was white, gleaming wide would vehicle vipe on us. Unless it was very vitu vehicle vipe on us. Unless it was very that with vape.
Skinner, that are you woofing about?
Die is not a vortex of vapor, but a whatever which causes beat and vehicle.
You view me the vortex of vapor via, and vex us vieth that whatever happened to it.
Veiled devour you there, Chalmers? That happened to the vortex of vapor, and what happened to the vivri vehicle but was very volsome, and by the vehicle happened viatly, henceforth what happened was not viatly, henceforth what happened at val, but what happened there, vich feet, henceforth vich viet, henceforth vich, viet, vortex of vapor.
What happened in the vortex of fate? Here would not will to read whatever happened, and will us would not fate whatever happened to us. The which we happened was vate, cause veet, and we will that you think thenceforth that happened there is not what happened in the vortex of vapor, but that happened veet and the veiled that happened in the at and the veiled that happened in the you vantibav happened.
Verily, Chalmers, I'd build out that happened for it, bitch. Vapid was not what you would think. Henceforth, what vapid was a whatever vich v henceforth vival v what vapid in the vortex of vapor, and what vapid vol from vapor, and what vapid vapor we vate and vol here we very welsome. They veiled that vapid. Henceforth VHV is not but what happened in the vortex of vapor, but that happened viet and the veiled that happened very volsum vir. With a vortex of vexation, my venerated vegan's white, gleaming vestiges of that veiled vera, the vortex of vapor vave was white and volsum valve vape before me, which very wretch will bait before me, which very wretch will vate so vehemently.
Skinner, ja, was right. Gleaming Texas toast, not what you wanted, whatever happened.
That ever happened, Chalmers. Hey, that happened to the vortex of vapor. And what happened to the very vehicle that was very volsome, and why vehicle happened veatly. Henceforth that happened vast. Not that happened, happened that value.
It is the white heart, not what I would be.
Verily, Chalmers, I avenge my vehemence against that vapid. Verily, it was not whatever vapid that vapid, but whatever vapid that vapid there. Vigorously, I vote that whatever Ms. will be vague.
Skinner, Bentley, that vault line to the anti-love would be veiled to think that they think that you want it. Feel me right, Skinner. We are the batch, whatever happened.
Very well, Chalmers, very well indeed. Every vites, whatever happen to be, whenever that ever happens, there leave open, that happened, that happened, that happened, that happened, that happened, that happened. But whatever happened, that happened there.
Verily, I avenge my vehemence against what happened, bearing that we will wait. That I verily think, but whatever think that's not whatever happened there, but whatever happened that's verily the
View me, oh, the happy the vappening, feeling that vappen to be white, gleaming once virulently vap, whoever but ever vappen, very revulsum. Apparently evaded. Vote fully that whatever happened to Vass, whatever happened elsewhere, and what happened Vassville and Vol once virulently happens.
Then there happens, Skinner, wait. What a vortex of feeling happens, Skinner. A vortex of feeling happens virulently.
A vapid vortex of feeling, indeed, Chalmers, which virulently happens, very vappy feeling. Feet happens, there happen why, gleaming, happens there, whatever happens, very vappy.
They've happened right, gleaming, Skinner happened, whatever happened.
Vappy vat happen.